Hi, this is Mohammed Mohana, and today I want to talk a little bit about the construction kits that I've been experimenting on the past 2 weeks.
The purpose of this video is to highlight some of the kits that I think they have great learning values. So if you're interested in making workshops, for example, and targeting intermediate level, I think you should consider the following kits.
Before we start, I'd like to apologize for the messy table, but that's how I feel comfortable and how I have things running. Today I will talk about the construction kit from Technology Can Save Us and Raspberry Pi Pi2Go from Fortronics and the robot from SainSmart. And also I will talk a little bit about the Lego Mindstorm, and as well I will talk about a small installation that I've done here. It's a musical instrument that interacts with light using Arduino. So first I'd like to talk a little bit about the Arduino microcontroller. The Arduino microcontroller is an open source hardware, meaning that you can recreate the whole board from scratch if you want. All you need to have is this IC here, and then all the rest you can recreate it if you want. The Arduino has 6 analog pins where you can connect your analog sensors to it. For example, you can connect a photocell in this area if you want. And then it has the power supply pins where you can connect the ground or the positive. You have 5 volts and 3.3 volts in the pins. And then you have digital pins, and they are divided into 2 kinds: the regular ones and the pulse width modulation pins. And then at pin number 13 is connected to a built-in LED within the board. And then you have the reset button here, and then you have the USB connection, and that's pretty much it.
Now I want to talk a little bit about this circuit. This circuit has only 2 components, a photocell and a resistor, that are connected to the Arduino microcontroller. The code inside the Arduino is taken from the Instructable website. I took the code and then I modified on it.
So basically what this device does, it interacts with the light and plays some tones. The learning value of this is gonna teach you the basics on how to build a circuit. It's gonna give you some information about photocells, as well as gonna teach you how to code in the Arduino. And then it will also teach you how to use some of the audio programs, and I recommend Ableton for this kind of project. So if you use Ableton, and for example we use a VST synthesizer, this will enable the users to have more varieties on what they can create using this device. And now I want to talk about some of the construction kits that I've used, and I've categorized them as intermediate because all of them require soldering. So let's start with the Technology Can Save Us game kit. This is the box that you get with the Technology Can Save Us. So in here it says ages from 12 to 112, and it takes 2 hours. And it takes 2 hours to build. So this is the basic information. And also it tells you that it requires a 9-volt battery, some tools, and a soldering iron, and as well the internet access. The use of the internet is because you will need to access their tutorials and their online information. So basically, when you get the kit, it's gonna tell you step by step how to solder and how to build this from scratch. The information in their website is great and it's giving you enough information, but I'm guessing that this kind of building needs prior knowledge, and it's perfect for someone who wants to teach this in a workshop. So basically, let me open it and tell you how it works. So this is the snake game, and this is the snake here, and he's trying to eat the apples. So basically it comes with a few libraries that you download from the Arduino website. What you will learn from this is basically how to build the device, but my problem with this construction kit is that it doesn't explain the coding. All you need to do is just download the codes, and it tells you what these codes do. In order to have a more proper website, you need to explain the functions and the libraries that you used. So this gives the user more flexibility to build and create more games and applications with this device. But again, the purpose is just to teach the children how to build the device, not how to learn coding. It uses an Arduino board, so basically you connect the PCB with the Arduino, and then you have a matrix LED and connect it on top of all of these circuits. Another good feature in this game kit that it has an infrared where you can connect another device. So if you want to play 2 players in one of the games, this will give you the ability to do so. Moving on to the Fortronix Pi2Go. So this is similar to the technology can save us, but in the technology can save us, the instructions and the websites are more informative, and they are so clear so that children can learn. So it has a lot of well-designed websites and step-by-step instructions, and also YouTube videos that are much easier for the children to read from. On the other hand, this one has also good information, but it's all presented in a PDF format. So this is a very great device. It teaches you how to program and how to solder as well from scratch, but there are some limitations to it. In both the technology can save us and the Fortronix Pi2Go, you have limited capabilities in reassembling the hardware. So what you build is what you get. You cannot really modify it and do more things if you want. So all the modifications and the creativity comes within the coding in these devices. But the problem with these devices that they don't provide a proper explanation on how these codes are working. So basically they provide the code, so whether you copy and paste the code from their website, in case of the Pi2Go, or you can download the libraries from the Arduino website for these games.
Another thing that we should mention is the target audience. So for the Pi2Go doesn't specify who should work on this. So basically it's made for any maker. On the other hand, the technology can save us. In each of their kits, they specify the age group that should work on each particular device or kit. Moving on to the SainSmart robot. The good thing about the SainSmart robot that it's capable of doing many things. For example, I aim to connect this device into a GPS so I can track it through a website. So it has more capabilities. But the problem with it that it doesn't come with a manual or instructions. So basically you have to invent and think outside the box with this device. Or maybe you can go to the forums and start asking about it. The good thing about it, the reason why you get this kit is because you will get the ability to buy an Arduino board plus an ultrasonic sensor with a sensor shield and a servo motor with 4 servos for a very cheap price. So this is a very good motivation for you to, if you want to buy a cheap kit. Finally, I want to talk about the E3 Lego Mindstorm. The EV3 is a very great and powerful robot, but what you learn from its software is just little compared to what an Arduino does or a Raspberry Pi. But honestly, the joy in this is just building the robot, but then later on when you use their software, it's just you want to have more capabilities and more flexibility in writing the blocks. So a lot of people try to connect the E3 to different software such as Scratch or Python. They work, but they have limited capabilities. So the only problem with this is the environment, the programming environment. So the approach of getting the best of the E3 is usually by a lot of makers have hacked the E3 using an Arduino or some third-party kits such as Brickduino or there are various ones. This will enable you to program all the bricks and code them with the language that you are familiar with. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.